So if you could be known for only one thing, what would that be?
Being a good dad.
What's the greatest lesson in leadership you've learned as an entrepreneur?
Take all the blame, give all the credit.
What personal characteristic has been most pivotal to your success?
I'm lazy. I'm a big fan of the 80-20 rule and getting as much done with as little effort as possible because I like my time with my family. I like my free time. And that's really forced me to figure out the systems and processes that will allow me to accomplish as much as I possibly can in as short a period of time as possible.
All right, we'll take a nod to the randomness in the universe and just tell me when to stop cutting the deck. This question could be anything from the trivial to the profound.
Okay, stop.
All right. What's the hardest thing you've ever done?
Hardest thing I've ever done. That's a really tough, I don't know why that doesn't seem like it should be such a tough question, but it is. The hardest thing I've ever done, getting married was really, really hard. It basically forced me to become a whole lot more empathetic. It forced me to focusing on myself and to realize that there are more important things in this world than my wants and my needs. And that's been really difficult. I'd like to think I've been pretty successful at it, but yeah, that was tough.
Name a book that's helped to forge you as a leader and as an entrepreneur, and why.
There are a couple of them. Let's see, what do I want to pick today? Today, I'll go with Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. He's basically a psychologist, researcher who studied how the brain works and how we think and formulate our decision. And it's tremendously insightful. It helps you. I'm a big fan of being empathetic and trying to put myself in other people's shoes. And it really helps you realize that not everybody thinks the same way. And the way people think is much innate as it is controlled.
Can you describe a failure or misstep and what it has taught you?
Yeah, I mentioned that I flipped 450 houses. So there was 450 mistakes right there. I learned that transactional income is far inferior to holding properties or investments long-term. And to anybody listening, don't make that mistake.
Give us a quote to help forge our listeners as leaders and entrepreneurs.
I'm so bad at quotes. I'll go with Warren Buffett. Rule number 1, don't lose money.
And rule number 2 is?
See rule number 1.
Yes, I love that. That's a great quote. Yeah, Warren Buffett's a great standby. All right, well, the last thing I want to do is just make sure that people know where to reach out to you.
Yes, so www.connectwithjscott.com. That's my link tree, and I'll link you out to everything you might want to find.
All right, awesome, including opportunities to invest as well, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share your knowledge and experience with our audience.
Thanks so much, George. Really appreciate it.